guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing the Golandian Army tour and review. So today it will be my last video to post since tomorrow is my big day. So I'm going to make it worth it. So we're going to go ahead and get into the Golandian Army tour and start off from there. So this is the Golandian Army, and we're going to go ahead and break down the different components that form this army. So first off, we're going to start with this guy. Now this guy is not the nation's leader. He is the supreme general of the army, and he's in charge of everybody. And then we have the actual leader of the nation, which is Anton. His name is Anton Kowalski, and he's the president of Goland and is the main supreme leader of Goland. Then we have the major, and then we have lieutenant. Then we have a signalman. And then we have a tank commander. And then we have a drill instructor. Then we have two styles of recruits right here. These guys are the recruits in training, as you can see by the running. Then we have a message runner. Then we have a combatant. This is the first assault rifleman in combat, shooting up in the sky because of enemies in the buildings. And then we have the example of a sharpshooter. These are the examples of radiomen they have. The oldest one will be this guy, and the next one will be this guy, and then the latter one will be this guy. And then we have the MP gunners, which looks like this. This one is a model of a grease gun. The other one's a model of a off-brand version of an MP40. And most of their weapons, these are the weapons that they created on their own, because Toy Story Army Men were the first members of the population, and then grew to different types of army men. And they created their own weapons, but mostly they borrowed other nations' weapons for their own. And this is a patrolman / guard. This one's an anti-tank rifleman. Then we have an example of a rifleman here, semi-automatic. And then we have a few grenadiers. The first grenadier is this guy. And then it grew after that. They have different styles of grenadiers, and they still use the old one and the newest ones in their army. Next we have the Stinger, which this is their first Stinger that they created, and they use this guy in combat. This is their mortar that they have made on their own with a big mortar shell compared to other nations, and is still in use in the army. Then we have a sniperman, or two versions of sniper rifles. We have the one that be up in the trees sniping down, and then we have one on the ground sniping from the top. So, oh, I forgot. There were two versions of the sharpshooters, and this is the second version of the sharpshooter. He's equipped with the Greenlandian M16 model, so yep. Then we have the two versions of bazookas, which are different. This one is used for heavier tanks, like are thick armored, and can tear them down with just 2 shots or maybe even 1 shot. And then they have the lighter armor bazooka, which is smaller and is very light, and it can be portable, and it can shoot 3 rounds to destroy heavy armor, but for light armor just takes 1 or 2 to take them out. Next we have assault riflemen, which are these 3 guys. This is their first version of an assault rifle, which was an AUG, an AUG that they created, and then they made their own version, borrowed some weapons from Tasmania and Greenland, and then they tried making their own semi-automatic rifle, and most of these were borrowed from, because the weapons that they made were from cheaper material, so that's why the gun looks like this, and it works, but it was affordable for them, and they still use these in the army, and these successfully worked out for them because they knew how to take care of these type of rifles. So we have, I forgot another assault machine gunner. Now this guy isn't equipped with a grenade launcher, so he's just armed with a regular rifle that they were borrowed from Greenland. And then we have the submachine gunner, which is a borrowed Uzi from Greenland. Next we have flamethrower, and this is their flamethrower. Then we have the machine gunners. We have the light machine gunner, equipped with the same machine gun as Basaja and most nations that are equipped with this, Tasmania even. But this is, they call it the Gustav, that sounds German, Gustavik 44. It's light and can be carried on a bipod, and it is portable. And then they have the 50 cal machine gun that they borrowed from Greenland, and this would be, well, this is a 30 cal because it's smaller and it's lighter, but a little bit heavy, so they had to carry this by truck to get to its destination, because it's they didn't have a 2-man crew system involved yet. So yeah. Then we have the ammo runner, in charge of bringing ammo to the soldiers, both machine gunners and riflemen. Then we have a sapper, a mine detector, and then we have a cannon loader. He loads the anti-light artillery to destroy armored vehicles, and he could also distribute missiles into mortars. So he is both a mortar carrier, and artilleryman, light artilleryman. And then we have the chargers. The first charger was this, but it didn't have bayonets involved yet, so they would usually attack by using the butt of the rifles. Like the ram of the rifles like this, or they would have to crawl and then take them out. But then they evolved into using bayonets, which was a lot easier, so they don't have to rely on the back of the ram to lose more casualties instead of ambushing them like that. And these are the two versions they have, and they're still used in the military. Um, the Golans at first, Golish army at first didn't have armor, but they did develop armor last year, and they only have 2 tanks so far. And I guess I might as well show them. These are the Golish tanks. This one is a Scorpion, and this is their first artillery style like tank. And the first tank they got was this that I bought from a flea market, which I believe was in one of my old flea market review videos. And I got this tank for them for just $5, which was really good. So these are what the tanks are. And to compare to a soldier, this one's a little bit smaller than that, but it could fit two men in there, and it will work. And then on the other one, it's a little bit bigger, and they can fit 4 of these guys in there. So it's pretty cool. Now let's get to the geography of these nations. So the nation of Goland on the map of Tenyo is right here, because in my last video this was Austria. Down here is Ukraine. These 3 are the borders between Basaja, Slovakia, Kandahar, Bamaya, Kondast, and Morland. And these are the 3 border nations. And Golan has a good relationship with Ukraine, because these 2 were used to be owned by Tynorania, which is this island up here. But in the last war they had, Tynorania had to give up Ukraine because of their attempted invasion to Golan, and since the other European powers didn't like Tyranian influence on their land, they wanted to get rid of Tyranian influence on Ukraine, so they ordered Tyrania to release them from their power, and Ukraine and Golan have been friends and allies since. And Tyrania never dared try to reconquer these nations yet. But as of right now, Tyrania is being a friendly friend to everybody, because he knows that if he tries to start it again, he will be defeated. But anyway, this is where Goland is. And now we're going to start this video off with this. I will see you guys next time after my big day tomorrow. Maybe, depending on how I'm feeling, I may post more. But if I'm not well or if I'm busy, you might have to wait. But I hope this video can keep you entertained till then. So, peace.